Welcome to day 19 of our daily prayer challenge. Take a moment to pause and prepare your heart to hear from God through His Word and to speak with Him in prayer. Our theme today is service, taken from Mark 10, verses 42 through 45. Let's hear what the Lord has to say together. But Jesus called them to Himself and said to them, "You know that those who are considered rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. Yet it shall not be so among you. But whoever desires to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever of you desires to be first shall be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give His life a ransom for many." When two of the disciples asked Jesus if they could sit at His right hand and at His left when He was glorified, Jesus tells them they need to reframe their perspective. He contrasts how the typical rulers of the Gentiles lead with how He wants His disciples to conduct themselves when they are leaders. He points out that the rulers around them make a big deal out of their authority and lord it over others, probably treating those under them as though they didn't matter, and perhaps making demands or decisions without regard for the other person's welfare. Jesus is saying this is not how leaders in His kingdom will act. Those who will become the best leaders will do that by serving all the other members. They will be the ones who do the simple things to help the others and to carry each other's burdens. What happens when we serve one another? Serving reminds us of the burden someone else carries. When we serve someone by recognizing their need and addressing it, we get up close and personal with that need and its impact on that family. Serving resets our vantage point. When we put aside our own need and step momentarily into the shoes of someone else, it expands our view. Jesus points to Himself as an example of this, reminding us and them that He came to walk among us, even though He Himself is our authority. He recognizes our need and addresses it. Jesus wants us to stay in touch with the realities of the people around us, whether that is our family, our work colleagues, or our neighbors, to empathize, encourage, and equip. When we serve, we become better prepared to be leaders as our vantage point is shifted and our empathy is renewed. Listen again to the scriptures and reflect on the posture Jesus calls us to when serving Him and others, as we prepare to go to Him in prayer. But Jesus called them to Himself and said to them, "You know that those who are considered rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. Yet it shall not be so among you, but whoever desires to become great among you shall be your servant, and whoever of you desires to be first shall be slave of all. For even the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give His life a ransom for many." Take a moment to speak with God in prayer, asking Him to show you a simple way that you can reset your vantage point by serving someone, by showing them preferential treatment, by putting their needs ahead of yours. Who can you carry a burden for this week? Lord Jesus, we read about how you call us to lead with a servant's heart in contrast with the world's view of authority. How you desire for us to lead with compassion and your perspective instead of with disregard for the impact of our words and decisions. I pray you would open our eyes to moments when you want us to lead by serving instead of by directing, by compassion instead of commands. Give us tender hearts to see those around us as you see them and to serve them in a way that reflects your loving authority in our lives. Now may the Spirit of God empower you to pursue Him fully and love others deeply as you walk with Him today.